Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we had a priority sub come through of some horror punk. And horror punk's something I really didn't know about until we started doing this show, and a band came through of it and kind of heard the name of it that way. And we've had a few more bands on it since then that we've checked out on the show, but I wouldn't say I still really know or have a great ear for this kind of stuff and know what it's all about. So what I've done today is lined up 3 other bands as well as the priority sub that we got. So we've got 4 bands to check out today and get a real good flavour of this stuff, see what it's all about from a bunch of different bands. Now I didn't actually have any other horror punk in my free queue, so I've had to dig around YouTube, but I've found a few other bands to check out, some more recent stuff as well, because there was a lot from kind of 10-15 years ago. Maybe that was when this stuff was more popular than it is today, but a lot of the videos that we're finding were kind of 2005-2006 era. But there's some more recent uploads as well, which we've got in the queue today. So we've got some new bands to check out as well. Cool. First band we're going to check out, and they're the ones that made the priority submission. Thanks very much for that. Is Evelyn's Casket. The track they've got for us today is called Evelyn. So let's get into it, see what it's all about.
Right off that ledge, 86 stories to death. Oh, Evelyn, I'm glad that you finally got some sleep, and I hope that you finally found your peace. Sleep, sleep, sleep in your casket. Your automotive blanket wrapping you so tight. Sweet, sweet, sweet dear Evelyn, you burned it. Try not to think of life. We thank you for your time. Sleep, 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 dear Evelyn. I hope you found your peace, and I thank you for such a nice open casket.
See the woman that jumped out the building, landed on the car.
Sorry at the time no one could help you. I completely understand why you had to leave. I wasn't there, but I heard you didn't even scream. That's proof alone that you were braver than me. Sleep, sleep, sleep in your casket. Sleep, sleep,
Cool
sleep
bass.
in your casket. Sleep, sleep, sleep in your casket. Sleep, sleep, sleep in your casket. Sleep, sleep, sleep in your casket. Your automotive blanket wrapping you so tight. Sweet, sweet, sweet dear Evelyn, you burned it. Try not to think of life. We thank you for your time. Yeah. Sleep, sleep, sleep dear Evelyn. I hope you found your peace, and I thank you for such a nice open casket.
I'm not sure what to make of these lyrics. Just look peaceful in that picture. Man, I wasn't quite sure what to make of these lyrics. I'm not quite sure how tongue-in-cheek these ones actually are, because it's obviously quite a serious subject that they're and thing that they're speaking about. But it put a smile on my face regardless. So I'm sorry if that was not meant to happen, but it did. I thought it was funny. I thought this track was great. I like the energy of this music. I like the sound of this music. I like the back-in harmonic vocals. Fills out the sound, gives it a thickness, makes it sound nice. It's got a good beat, it's got a good bop. We had some nice bass tones and stuff in there as well. So yeah, this is very enjoyable music. I thought the video was cool as well for this one with it. So yeah, very, very cool. I'm enjoying it a lot. Let's keep it going today. So today I just want to get a good flavour of this music, see what it's all about. These next three bands I pulled off the internet trying to find this kind of music, and we found some underground bands to check out, not the Misfits or something like that. I didn't want to spin that. This is Boo, horror music. Their track is called Otis. Let's give these guys a spin. When did this one come out? I think it was last year or something. YouTube stopped telling me the dates of when stuff come out.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
There's a nice beat and pop in this stuff. It's quite fast paced. I do like the backing vocal in this kind of music. I think it sounds great. Cool. Nice guitar. Cool. This stuff's got a great energy to it. It's fast paced, high energy, got a good bop. I like that about it a lot. And that seems to be the way that this stuff is. You know, it's not, doesn't change much tempo from that. It all seems to be quite high paced, which is nice. I really like the backing vocal. I think the thickened harmony, when it comes in, it's like just bumps everything up. You know, it just gets thicker, wider, deeper, and just sounds better when it comes in. So I really like that about it. And that does seem to be quite a stable part of this music as well. Very, very cool. These guys did a nice job with this one. Cool video to go with it as well, which is nice. So yeah, very, very nice. Let's keep it going, just see what this stuff's still all about. This is Grand Horror. Their track is called I Want You. They got a lyric vid for this one. Let's give it a spin.
Stand to
feels good with the backing vocals.
I kiss your lips while you sleep. I kiss your lips while you dream of me. 'Cause I want you. I kiss your lips while you dream of me. I kiss your lips while you sleep. I kiss your lips while you dream of me. 'Cause I want you.
I do that one. That seemed like a real quick one. I enjoyed that though. I had a cool video to go with it as well, like the comic book style and just adding in the lyrics is kind of, where you'd have the text in the comic book. That's a really cool way to do it. I don't think we've seen that before on the show. I enjoyed that a lot. Great energy again. What they did particularly nice in this one is the backing vocal. There was lots of vocal layering and thickness and harmony. I just think it sounds great to the ears. It just comes across nicely with the tone and the kind of the harmony of it. Sounds great. Now what I was thinking while this track was on is, after we've listened to a few of these tracks now, you realise that although this is melodic punk, as a general term, it's nothing like any other forms of melodic punk. It's not like pop punk at all. It's not like skate punk. It's not like, the various different forms of melodic punk that there are. The way they work the melodies, the way they sing and have a melody in this kind of music is different. I'm not quite sure how it's different, but it's kind of got different melodies and different tones and stuff, and it comes across in a different way. So it's interesting how it's still very much punk music and melodic punk music, but it's totally different to every other kind of melodic punk music. Separates itself away from that stuff in its own way. Very, very cool. Last band we're going to check out today is called Nimvind. Their track is called Sagittarius. This was on Blank TV. Let's give it a spin.
I can see the light pile. I hear the night choir. The storm is brooding dark and high. The void pulls every spark inside. I know where you run to. Burning, burning. I know where you feel inside. Dying, dying. I know where you run to. Burning, burning. I know where you feel inside. Falling into a black hole. Falling into a black hole. Your eyes are night bright. Your fears are waves inside. Your dream in my mind. No answers can come back to life. No endings ever feel right. I know where you run to.
Comes in nice.
Burning, burning, I know where you feel inside. Turning, turning, I know where you run to.
any synthy sounds in any of these bands, but these guys have got a bit going on here. A few more layers in this track and mixed together. You know, some of the other bands have been quite stripped back. This one's got more going on in it.
I know where you run to. I know what you feel inside. I know where you run to. Burning, burning. I know what you feel inside. Falling into a black hole. Falling into a black hole.
There you go. Now, I was going to say, none of the bands that we've heard today have used any synths in their music, which is something that I was expecting to hear a little bit of. As I say, I don't know no authority on horror punk, and I don't know a lot about it. I'm still just trying to figure it out. But I know that it's got goth edges in there, and you see that in the vibe, see that in the vocals as well, and the lyrics, the style of lyrics. There's a sadness and a kind of, heartache to this kind of stuff, which is cool. I like that about it. But yeah, in a lot of gothy music, you get those kind of creepy, gothy, organy, synthy tones in there, which adds to the vibe, gives it that creepy, kind of horror-y vibe to it. You don't really tend to see that in this kind of music. They had a little bit of it in this one, some synthy stuff in there on the chorusy bit, which sounded great. But yeah, they don't seem to use, it seems to be quite stripped back music, guitar, drums, bass and vocals, it's just stripped back to that like a typical punk band would be. But I do think they could expand on it more with some creepy kind of organy, synthy sounds to go in with the mix as well. I think it would work nicely. It would be another layer of sound to add to the mix. Could go harmonised with the harmony vocals as well. So maybe that's something it will kind of move on to more in the future. Maybe it's done that in the past and they've moved on from that and now they're more stripped back. I'm not sure, I don't really know. So we'll have to just keep checking out more and more horror punk as it comes through on the channel, see what it's all about, and see if we can figure out whether, what's new about these modern bands. Because I was finding a lot of music videos and kind of band stuff from the mid-2000s for this kind of stuff. Now, as I say, I don't know, but maybe that was a bit of a heyday for this kind of music when it broke through or something like that. But we don't get too much of it on the show, so it's not stuff I hear every single day and, I've got a real tuned ear to. But I really, really like it. So I want to hear more of it. If you're in a horror punk band and you've got a music video, send it over, because I do enjoy it a lot. It's fast-paced, it's got cool drumming. I really like the harmony backing vocal that comes in, particularly on the chorus. Just bumps the whole mix up, thickens it up, widens it up, and it just sounds great with the harmony vocal. And that does seem to be a big part of this kind of music. And I like the way they work the harmonies as well. They work the melody in a different way to other punk bands. And it's got that gothy edge to the vocal. It's not punky, it's not kind of rebellious in that way or shouting or angry. It's got more of a morose vibe to it, a sadness, a kind of heartbroken vibe to it, which is nice. That's a different edge to the punk than just being angry and shouting and rebellious and anarchy and all that kind of stuff that you get in other types of punk. So I think it's got its own thing going on very, very nicely. We'll just have to check out more of it to get more of an idea of what it's all about. But I think these four bands today have given us a good flavour. And we've seen, we've been able to see that, this is high-paced music. None of the bands were slow or ballady. This last band were a bit less tempo than the other bands, but they were still nice high tempo. So, it seems to be fast-paced music, which always catches my ear. And just a lot going on in the vocal with this stuff, It's very vocal-driven music, especially with the backing vocal. But the way they work the melodies just sounds good. It's different, It's not stuff you hear every single day. That's what I like to hear. My ears get bored of stuff when you hear it every single day. So something out of the ordinary, something you don't hear all the time. my ears prick up and go, yeah, let's try and figure out what makes this kind of music the way that it is. That's the way my brain thinks anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. 4 horror punk bands to check out. I'm still trying to, figure out what this stuff's all about, but I think we got a good flavour of it today to see what it's about. And as I say, if you are in a horror punk band, I'm very happy to give it a spin on the channel if you've got a video, because I want to hear more of it. I do enjoy this kind of music. It's very, very cool. The more I hear of it, the more I'm getting into the bop. So yeah, send it over. We'll definitely give it a spin. Other than that, hope you're having a good day today, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. Bye.